Why do so many people listen but not hear?
Well, first of all, because people assume it's a capability, so there's no work involved. And ladies and gentlemen listening to this, I have to disappraise of that. Listening is work. Listening is effort. It's a skill that you can master and practice and become a master of. And there's huge reasons to do that, because how well you listen affects all your outcomes in life, your happiness, effectiveness, and your well-being. So people who listen have a huge advantage over people who don't, generally. And so it's really worth establishing that skill in yourself and recognize that you've never had it trained. You've never had anybody tell you it's a skill before, probably. So yes, there are different types of listening. I mean, there's the outer listening, which we are talking about now, which is listening to the sound around us. And one can do that consciously or unconsciously. And when you're consciously listening, you're making meaning from the sound around you. And you do that by selecting certain things to pay attention to. You hear everything, but you don't pay attention to all of it. Those things that you pay attention to, you then make them mean something. You're testing them all the time. It's immediately, is it danger? Because hearing is our primary warning sense. So it goes very deep, very fast, faster than you can process vision. You process the sound. If it's a sudden sound or a twig snaps behind you, you will spin round. It's absolutely still part of our genetic code. Sound is the primary warning sense of every vertebrate species on this planet. And there are quite a lot of vertebrates with no eyes, but none with no ears for that reason. So that's the first thing. And then you're testing it against your huge database of, have I heard something like this before? Is it a voice I know, a sound I know? What does it mean? So that is going on all the time. And if you're doing that consciously, then it's a much more interesting world than if you're ignoring all of that or doing it unconsciously. Because some of the assumptions will be wrong, and you may not necessarily have a good outcome if you're making wrong assumptions about what you're hearing and listening to. So it's making meaning from sound. We listen through filters. Yours are different from mine. You have a Dublin set of filters. I was born and brought up in London. And, those cultures are different. So we will have slightly different listening. Same language, different tones and different vocabularies very often as well. And of course, then there are the values, attitudes, beliefs that you pick up along the way from your parents, role models, friends, teachers, whoever it might be. You've picked some up and put some down. So have I. They won't be identical. So we're listening through these filters all the time, where there's that little voice in your head going, that is crap. I don't agree with that. Because I've got values, attitudes, and beliefs there, filtering. And then in any given situation, there might be emotion going on. I mean, how do you listen when you're upset? Not well. And by the way, the best way to defuse somebody who's upset, listen to them. Repeat back what they say. I hear what you're saying. You're saying that you're really upset because of this. And, the upset will gradually evaporate as they feel heard. Very important. And, you might have intentions, expectations about what's going on and what's going to happen, assumptions about what people are thinking. That's a big one. We all do that. So all these things are cooking away in this big pot and creating this set of filters that we listen to. It's like a little slit in a bunker, actually. And the great thing is, once you become conscious of this, you can exit the bunker through the back door. And my goodness, there are other places I can listen from, other ways. And you can start asking the question, where's the best place for me to listen from in this conversation, which may not be your normal.
Thanks for watching. If you want more tips on how to think, feel, and do better, check out these videos too. Oh, by the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave us a like if you enjoyed the content.